Thank you very much. Well said. I love the fact that you mentioned most of the things I had in mind to ask you. And I'm very grateful that you helped me out. Now, you said first, you advise people the way you feel they should look at themselves to balance and see whether they can be able to handle it at any stage they decide to marry. They can go ahead and marry. They shouldn't look at the problem of Nigeria because it has always been like that. I like the fact that you let them understand that because since I was born, I've never seen what's good in this country up to this age. I'm a 70 years old. Up to 70, I have not seen any good. And I remember my dad the same. And I don't want that to continue, from here to next generation, my children as well. So that's why I'm, coming close to somebody like you to say, please, advise if there is way we can, iron it so that all of us can rest assured that tomorrow will be greater for Nigeria. That is by the way. Now, I want to ask you, when you mention when money involves, love is sweeter. I remember those days when our mothers, I'm not talking about my immediate mother, our mother's mother, yes, our grandmas, nobody talk about money. What they talk about is where you are married from, the family you are going to marry from. They value that so much. But I can't even recall at what point we decided to change the narrative, especially these days. You will see girls, they will say, if you don't have money, you can't talk to me. If you cannot credit my account, don't even bother calling me. You cannot get my number if you don't have money. I don't know whether you've heard many girls.
Yes, yes. It exists, and I will still take you back to the memory lane. It has been there. It's just that it's not that rampant the way it is now. If you are to look back, the family needs to check about your background. It's not like what how we does our things now. Like, oh, you don't do your thorough checkup. In the olden days, they do a thorough checkup. Yes, like, who are your fathers? Omo baba onikoko. You know, if you hear that Omo baba onikoko, they are the most richest in those age, in those olden days. So when you say Omo baba onikoko, everybody knows the meaning of Omo baba onikoko. You understand? So the richness has been existing. You are a child of nobody. In those olden days too, it occurs. Those times too, there might not be enough money, but there is enough food. They don't care. Those times there is no Brazilian hair, there is no woman hair, there is no all these kind of hairs, jewelries. They wear gold those times, but it's not as technology advanced every time. So being rich has been existing. So that is why they will start chasing you. Those times, like, oh, you are a nobody child. It's just that it's not that rampant the way it is now. People that are average rich, they still get married to a low class people now, and when they know each other, they know that they have future together. If you dating someone and during that courtship, the person the person doesn't have the potential. There are some people, they don't reason well. When you're talking with somebody and this person actually have something upstairs, and when we work hand to hand, things can actually work well. You will know that this person has a future.
That's true.
So
That's
definitely, you can work. I can still say two or three people that I know basically that they don't really have much, but I can tell you now, they are in their own money. They take items to buy and supply to their own clients, but because they are not lazy, they keep driving, they keep going because there's something in them that is driving them. like now, they are the ones supplying those people they take something from before. So we just need to focus. We need to focus. Don't let go. Don't let go. There are different discouragements that is going on. But if you know where you're going to, keep driving and you get to the peak.
Okay, thank you very much. I love the fact that you made a very good point, but I would like to ask you this as my final question because I love all your response. So now, would you support any man, whether be your friend, your good friend, your brother,
Okay.
your family member, or your colleague, to marry a lady that does not have what she is doing, or that doesn't have any, like maybe she does not learn anything, she does not know how to do business, she does not know how to even work, she has never had any experience when it comes to revenue generation? Would you advise people, anybody close to you, to have such person as wife, especially when the woman say my husband is rich, why should I work? Over to you.
Okay. Is she undergraduate or she's a graduate?
You can.
Let's say she's a graduate and she has never worked before. She didn't learn any trade. She's not an entrepreneur. She just wants to be a full housewife.
In economy of today.
In economic of today, like I can tell you, most cases is rare. It's rare now. I'll pick an example. Most Yahoo guys, those their girlfriends, most of them go to school. Some might actually buy their results. Who cares? They are graduates. It's an excuse when we say we didn't have a job, we didn't have a job, we didn't have a job. I can tell you, if you don't have a job, you've not worked before, you didn't have a working experience. Excuse me. I'm going to chip in this. I have a secondary school girl. She's my daughter. You know, I've told her before I put her on a trade. She's learning how to do a makeup. You will still go to school, but I want this to be a secondary perspective for you. Don't look at it because I'm sending you to learn how to do makeup, you won't proceed. God forbid. You go to school, you graduate. In fact, I encourage her in what she wants to become in life. I got her a laptop so that she can be building herself up. Most times I encourage her, learn this thing because I know it will be useful for you. I can tell you, I know how to make a hair. It's just a natural gift. I did not learn it. And I can tell you, it actually helped me during my university time. You know, when they've not sent my pocket money, I had to, as a student, most students, my colleagues, they will bring their hair, I'll collect a little money. And those are what I've been using to sustain myself before they send me pocket money. I can tell you, I still do have money in my pocket if I'm going home for holidays. That has been keeping me going. Nobody taught me that I need to have something else to do apart from my education aspect, and not even the way the economic is going now. If you don't have other alternative, you might actually fall by the roadside. I can tell you, salary is not enough. You need to have other things you're doing at the side. You can be having your job and you still have your personal job that you use a delivery man to do. So, like the question is said, that can I advise my friend, my brother, or anybody closer to me to get married to somebody that does not work before, or doesn't have a job, anything to do, just want to marry, stay home, sleep.
For the
It's
sake
not
of
possible.
love, for the sake of I
For
love
the-
you, I
for the-
love
for
you, I
the-
love you.
For the sake of love. There is another that says if everything is going smoothly every day, every year, every second, you need to check yourself. You will always have a trying time. And that trying time is when there won't be anything. Let's say you depend on your husband. You yourself, you are not the only children of your parents. You have a parent and God help you. You have a father. The lady has a father, a mother, and siblings. You married a rich man. Everybody wants to look up to you. And if you're demanding so much, it's a burden on your husband. Your husband also have his family. It's a burden. And let's even leave that aside. That sometimes you want to buy something like, as a boss. I can brilliantly tell you, I can remove from my savings and buy anything without taking money from my husband. Because he will start questioning you. Hey, madam, I gave you something today. I gave you skinny costume today. Where is the money? What are you using it for? Don't question me. Just because I have my money, so I can go to my savings and take money out of it. Let's say the money, and anybody that does not work for that money and they are giving you that money, you won't learn how to save because they are giving you, as they're giving you, you'll be spending it. For me, as an ambition woman, let's say we have our own house. Let me still say, this is my own property that I bought with my own personal money. Yes, but if you depend on a man like that, there will be a trying time, and you need to come out of your shit to help your partner. Don't forget, a woman is a helping hand. We are always getting it wrong. And anybody that you're helping, you need to be strong yourself. Because we are the pillar. Yes. If you don't know how to work, you will never know how to manage that your husband money. It's not all about you stress yourself, you want to work, but at least be working, be having little, so that you'll be a supporting that God has made you to be a supporter. And a supporter team is always stronger than the person that you're supporting. Yes, I would say I would advise them, if before they get into marriage, the man needs to know the kind of lady he is. If he is the kind of person that is willing to do, when you push him, he will do. He's not a lazy asshole. I'm sorry to use that word. He can get married to the person, establish the person, and I know the person will grow the business. But when you people are chatting, whether you're angry or the happy time, and whatsoever that comes out of her is how to eat, outing, beach, go to beach, go and chop the money, go and buy dresses, and you ask the person what is your savings, and he said it's 0 naira. My dear, no go area for that kind of woman. No, because you have no future with that kind of woman. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Well said. Well said. Now we have like 3 to 4 minutes to go.